Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I get asked all the time, how do I become a paranormal investigator? Or what do I do to get started? And that's a great question, as anybody can be a paranormal investigator. So today I'm going to be going over some helpful hints and tips and tricks on how to become a paranormal investigator. So this video can be for anyone. Even if you guys are already an investigator, you guys might learn something today, or maybe I'll just say stuff that you don't agree with. Don't worry. All investigators are different. Everybody's got different styles and things like that. So there's no wrong or right way to do it. So let's get started. Number one, do not buy equipment yet. Equipment can be super expensive. If you guys stick around until the end, I'll show you guys how to start slow and give you more tips on how to save some money. If you're in the business of making money, this hobby is not for you. Most people who do this do not make money, me included. Some people work really hard and they end up making money on YouTube or even having their own show, but that doesn't happen to everyone. More than likely, you're going to have to spend a lot of money to get to that point. If you're interested in seeing just how expensive equipment is, take a look at sites like GhostStop or GhostHuntersEquipment.com. Number two, public and private events. Public and private events are great. Public events are events that a location holds that will have multiple people there. These are budget friendly, as most investigations range from $30 to $100 per person. This all depends on the location that you're going to. Private events are more expensive. This would be an event with just you and your friends. These can range from $200 to $2,000. If you are having trouble finding a haunted location near you, try typing in on Google haunted places in and then your state. It should give you multiple websites that list haunted locations. If you find one that you are interested in, I recommend going to their website directly. This is going to give you the most accurate information possible. You can purchase your ticket straight from the building itself on their website. Number three, mental prep. Without going too far into different entities, just be aware that sometimes they're not all good. Most TV shows features demons, and it is not as common as you might think. More than likely, from time to time, you'll run into a negative spirit. While this is nothing to be afraid of, you do need to be prepared. Most negative spirits latch onto negative energy, so most people have a ritual they do before or after they leave. This is going to depend on your belief system, so this will vary for everyone. Some people use holy water, and they have a protection necklace. Some ask the spirits to keep watch, and some say a prayer. It all depends on what you want to do. I typically don't do much, as I'm not a religious person, but since I know that spirits are attached to negative energy, I will typically keep myself happy in those days leading up to the investigation. So I'll meditate and just release my negative energy. I would suggest that if you are feeling negative on the day of the investigation, do not go or exercise caution when you do. So number four, do your research. Many locations have a ton of history, so I suggest looking into it before you go. Locations will list history on their own websites, so just check those out. They also list rules that need to be followed. Knowing them before you get there helps out both you and your tour guide. Most places offer a tour of the building. Taking the tour allows you to get familiar with the building's hotspots, history, and activity. Befriending your tour guide is a huge plus. Tour guides know all of the hotspots, and they're very knowledgeable, and that helps you out. A lot of tour guides follow me on Instagram and YouTube because they like to see if what I found lines up with what they have found. So don't be afraid to share your findings at the end of the night with your tour guide or even other investigators. Similarities between stories could surprise you. Don't be afraid to ask questions to other investigators too. Knowledge is key. Many investigators love teaching and telling their stories. The paranormal community is so welcoming as a whole. Everyone is so accepting, so don't be afraid. Start cheap. Use an audio recorder app on your phone. I have an audio recorder that I purchased for about $30, but it doesn't compare to my phone, especially if you want to save money. I use my audio recording app. Most come built into your phone, and it uses the mic on your phone, which if you have a smartphone is more than likely really good. I like to record the entire time that I'm there, as some spirits will want to just be a part of your conversation. Running the audio the whole time is the best chance at getting EVPs, as there is no way to tell when you're going to get one. Here are some tips for the audio recorder. Stay still. Don't walk around while you're trying to ask questions. Don't put it in your pocket. This can make the audio sound muffled and distorted, so set it on the ground or somewhere out of the way. I like to sit when I do mine for less noise. Try not to walk around or move too much. And always mark common noises that you hear, such as cars, coughs, or animals. That way you can't mistake them later for an EVP. I usually mark by saying, oh, that was a car, or something like that. Start small. I suggest doing at least 4 to 5 public investigations before buying any equipment. Some people just think that they will like going, and it just doesn't happen that way. Sometimes it's a lot of sitting around and not getting much, so definitely be aware that it's not like TV shows. If you find that you have been on a few investigations and you are aware that it is something that you want to get into, I'd start with small equipment. Buying something relatively cheap like a spirit box will help you get familiar with actual equipment. Mine is a PSB7 spirit box, and it comes with an external speaker. The external speaker is going to help a lot, as the SB7 itself is not very loud. My set was around $80, but there are a few cheaper alternatives. I really enjoy mine though. It's a great beginner set. A cheap night vision camera is also helpful. Be aware that the cheaper versions of the night vision camera don't have very good audio quality, but that's why we're running on our audio on our phones. My night vision camera was about $200, and for really good ones, they just skyrocket out from there. So some sets come with SD cards and IR lights. IR lights are infrared lights that you cannot see with your naked eye. These lights can be detected by your night vision camera, and the stronger the light, the better your picture quality is going to be for your camera. We do not need anything fancy extra for this, as we are just beginners and we're going to get familiar with the camera and the capabilities. I like to record while I'm doing EVPs, and this allows people to see that everything that is going on and who is around me. That way, if I do get an EVP, they can clearly see that it's just me or whoever else is around. If you do want to get other equipment, please do research and read reviews on everything before buying. This is so important if you want credible evidence, as some devices can read false positives and can trick you into thinking that you're actually getting results when it's just a defect by the manufacturer. Especially when you're paying so much money, make sure to look into the credibility of the item before buying. Try debunking before proving. I see this way too often where people just chalk everything up to being paranormal. And while it is fun, it's not exactly credible. And in my opinion, it hurts the community. Always try to prove yourself wrong before claiming something is paranormal. That is the whole point of investigating, is trying to prove and disprove claims. So if you hear a noise, try to figure out what it is. And if you can't figure it out, then say, maybe it's paranormal. And I hope these all helped you out. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that really helped you. And I hope that you get to investigate and you guys love it just as much as I do. I really like it. Just so you guys are aware, there will be a giveaway on the YouTube channel, so go ahead and subscribe to be entered for the giveaway. It's going to be for the whole month of December, so I will be giving away gift cards, signed photos, and then I do believe we will have one big giveaway to give away at the end of the month. So subscribe to that, or subscribe for that. And then go to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram so that way you're up to date on who all the winners are, because I'll be announcing it on there. Again, thank you so much for watching.